G'day guys, John here for Balo Marine, and finally, I'm back. So, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you've had a great holiday season. Mine has been very busy. Now, I have tried to make a few videos over the last couple of months, and every time different things have gone wrong, whether it be my battery goes dead, I run out of time, I only get halfway through a job and then I don't get back to it. So a lot has gone on, and there's also been a lot of other reasons that I haven't been making videos. Whether it's just that I've had it's been very, very busy. But also I've had a lot of issues with boats lately. And so I lost a bit of that passion, but now it's time to talk to you all about it, and if anyone's interested, there's going to be a lot happening this year. So I guess the first thing to do is to cut to where I started having issues. So let's go have a look at that. G'day guys, John here for Balo Marine, and today I've taken the boys fishing. This is my nephew, Noah. He was very excited to be in a video, so I said I'd put him in it. Jake wasn't as excited, but he wanted to show off his really cool hat.
Nah, he wanted to make a video of God's dad.
Not sure what's going on with that hat, but pretty terrible. So say hello guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so we're out in the bayliner. I want to take them out for the first time on it. The batteries are dead, so we're not going to be going out in the bayliner. We've given it a bit of a clean up, and we're just about to head out for a day of fishing on the redback. My brother-in-law is with us as well, but he's a bit scared of being on the camera.
No,
it
looks
looks
like he just says he's too famous already.
It looks like he's already catching a fish.
Probably.
So let's see what he catches, and let's get into it. Alright guys.
Again.
Lost it?
Yeah. No, it might have been a snag.
Now, although that was actually turned out to be quite a fun day, the first issue sort of happened there where my batteries were dead and I couldn't use the boat the way I wanted to. And that was a little bit frustrating, but you know, it happens. But then disaster struck, and I know sometimes we say disaster struck and it's only a little issue. Well, this time it was a pretty big issue. I didn't get any footage of what actually happened, but let's have a look at the aftermath. Today is going to be quite a disappointing episode. So I haven't made a video for quite a while, and I'm very sorry for that. I've been very busy with work and had quite a few issues with boats, and I'm not a very good YouTuber. I don't think to pick up the camera and film straight away, so I haven't captured it, but I can tell you all about it. And then we're going to be looking at the motor on the bayliner today, because potentially I've blown it. Okay, so 2 weeks ago I came out to the bayliner with Jock. We started making a bit of a video, but we got distracted by just cleaning and talking, and not much happened in those videos, so we didn't end up making anything. But we decided we were going to take the boat for a quick drive, take it for a run, because it had some flat batteries. I had to jump start it, which, you know, is never ideal. If the batteries are flat, that means that the blower's not going to work. I actually brought out a leaf blower to blow the fumes out of the boat, or out of the engine compartment. And we started her up, let her idle for probably an hour. Thought the batteries are charged. Then we had a bit of time left over, so we decided we'll take her for a quick run, see how she goes. It didn't have very good power.
it was cruising nicely at about 6 knots, and I decided to go a bit faster. It started losing power very quickly, and then we heard a bang, and smoke started pouring out from the engine compartment, out my rod holders, out the vents, filled the cabin up with smoke. And once again, I'm not a very good YouTuber. I didn't think to myself, I'd better get my camera out and film this. So we got towed back to the mooring. The engine bay was full of oil, and that's where we left it. The engine was way too hot to start diagnosing. I tried to come back out here, my boat broke down. I've been a bit off the whole boating experience lately, but we're out here today. You have a look at the motor. I'm no mechanic, but I like poking around. Got some duct tape, some cable ties. That'll fix it, right? We'll find out. So I guess the first thing to do would be to show you the engine. So let's have a look. So you can see all the oil floating around down the bottom there. Everything else on here looks fairly normal from the top. Obviously I'm going to have a better look, but the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that oil, try and clean it up a bit in there, and have a look around and see if I can see anything wrong. Alright, let's do this. So while I was down in the engine bay cleaning all that oil, I decided to poke the camera around a bit just to see if I could see anything else that didn't look right to me. Now I'm not very steady with the camera, so it makes it a bit hard to tell, but I couldn't find anything that I thought looked wrong, apart from obviously there's a bit of rust around, and obviously a lot of oil down underneath the motor, but I couldn't find where the problem was. So this is the other side of the motor, and it's quite hard to get in there with a camera to see. It's even harder to get in there with your head. But I couldn't find where all the oil had come out from. So I decided to try and put a little bit more oil in there and just see if I could bump the ignition and see if the motor would turn over, just to find out if it was seized or not. And when I poured the oil in, it drained straight back out, but I still couldn't find where it drained out from. So we'll cut to me bumping the motor over.
Okay, so now that I know that I've got big issues with the motor, I tried to put some oil back in it, and as you saw, I was bumping it just to see if it was seized, and it was turning over, but there was no way it was going to start. I wasn't even going to attempt to try and start it. But when I put the oil in, it all came back out. So it's probably a problem that's a bit too big for me to handle on my own. I've got a mechanic that is going out there and going to have a look at it, and they're actually going to get in touch with me next week to tell me what I can do. I've already looked into how much it's going to cost to repower the boat, and well, it's a lot of money. It's basically going to cost me the same amount as what I bought the boat for. So I've got some decisions to make about whether it's worth spending the money, or if there's other options that I can look into for repowering it. But the mechanic will be able to go through all the options with me, and then we can take it from there and see what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to have to do something. So, but the only way I can make that decision is once I know what exactly is wrong with it. So I've got to get that sorted out. But while I can't use the bayliner at the moment, I can still go out there. I can do other work on it that needs to be done. But I decided to start on the redback. I wanted to put a floor in there. I also want to put a 12-volt system in, so Jock came around to help me put a floor in. Let's cut to that now. Today, we're putting a floor in the redback. So Jock's been nice enough to come over and help me do it, because, well, he's a bit smarter than I am, so yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, basically, we're going to put a timber floor in. We're making it out of form ply. It's going to be, I think, 17mm thick, so it'll be strong enough that it won't bow and I won't need to put extra supports in there. It's going to be a little bit tricky around some parts because I do have the steering column there and it's got the bars that come up. We're going to have to work out something. That's why I brought him. He's very artistic. But yeah, we're going to get into it and hopefully I'll have a floor in this by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Alright guys, should go good. Let's get to it. Oh, we're spinning. Oh. Now we're doing it on a slant. Oh well, see what happens. So rather than carpet, I decided to put this fake grass down. It was a little bit cheaper and I thought it would look pretty cool. I am starting to regret it though because it gets very hot. So trying to film us making that floor didn't really work. We had multiple cameras set up and only to find out that the GoPro that I had no longer works. The camera that Jock had set up overheated and only filmed a small portion of the I guess the floor build. And my camera, we were moving it around quite a bit and again it didn't capture a lot of what we did, and it was also a matter of time. We didn't have a lot of time to get the job done, so we sort of weren't too worried about moving the camera every time we did something, and in the end we missed out on a lot of the footage that we were going to use, or that we could have used rather, because we didn't have time to keep moving cameras and the cameras that we had set up didn't really work. So I guess it comes back to what I said earlier. I'm not a great YouTuber in the sense that I'm not going to constantly pull out a camera every time I do something. I try to show you what I'm doing, but at the same time it does take a lot of time to get all that footage up. So that's pretty much what's been happening. There is going to be a lot more detailed videos coming up. But this was more just a video to show what's been happening and sort of explain to you why I haven't been making videos lately. I've had a lot of stress with the bayliner breaking down, blowing a motor. It cost me a lot of money. The tinny broke down and I had no boat to go out in for a while until I fixed that. And so I've sort of haven't been going out on boats much lately, but that's all going to change. I'm getting back into the groove of things. New year, new me, all that kind of rubbish. So I will be making more videos and I will be making them quite regularly and start showing you what's happening with the bayliner, how I'm going to fix it, what I'm going to do once more information comes to hand. But thanks for sticking with us, and if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support. I know Jock's got a few videos almost ready to go out, so there's going to be videos coming out a lot more regularly now, and I've got a few things that I want to show you as well. I'm in the middle of putting a 12 volt system in the tinny, so I want to run through that and show you guys what I did. And also, obviously, there's a lot going to be happening with the bayliner, as I said, so I'll be giving you updates on that too if anyone is interested. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do all sorts of things, because, well, Balo Marine's back. We're coming back, we're making videos again, and we're going to be entertaining you as much as possible. So guys, thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Stay safe out there. See you all in the next video. See ya.